Your feedback. Kadhoni is saying that she would like to see more on Tax 101 on the Jua Kali industry. We hear you loud and clear. Now, let's move on now to aviation, where Kenya Airways saw its net loss narrow 20% to 11.5 billion shillings during the first 6 months of this year. The airline's chairman, Michael Joseph, says the outlook remains uncertain despite the relative easing of travel restriction on increased COVID-19 vaccination globally.
The COVID-19 pandemic is expected to adversely impact on the travel industry for the next 2 to 3 years. During the first 6 months of this year, lower passenger demand saw the carrier's income dip 9% to 27.3 billion shillings, while operational costs reduced from 38.6 billion shillings to 34.6 billion shillings. The management remains upbeat amid uncertainties over the COVID-19 pandemic on account of global COVID-19 vaccination drives. Meanwhile, Kenya Airports Authority Managing Director Alex Gitari says the government is investing in expanding the domestic air travel in efforts to grow the aviation industry.
This year, for the same period, January to July 2021, the numbers have shot up to 286,000. In other words, they have surpassed the 7 months period before COVID. And that indeed is a reflection of the recovery of the domestic aviation sector.
Gitari says expansion of the domestic air travel is key in the recovery of the aviation industry from disruptions caused by the COVID-19 pandemic.
But because of COVID-19, the aviation industry was the hardest hit, as well as the tourism sector. We are happy that with this airline joining other 5 airlines to this region,
this is therefore a powerful statement that this lakeside city has indeed become the East Africa's regional business hub. And you just saw a small aircraft flying when we were starting here. That was Air Kenya, which goes from Mara to Kisumu to Entebbe and back that way.
Gitari said numbers at the Kisumu International Airport during the first 6 months of this year increased to 296,000 people, up from 270,000 passengers during a similar period in 2019. Regina Manyara reporting for Prime Edition.